All right. Let's skip the fluff. Today, I'm going to show you one of the smartest and most dynamic Legion workflows we've ever built, and it monitors LinkedIn posts of most than thousands of people daily. It uses AI to analyze the post and spot when somebody is ready for a conversation and automatically launches outreach across LinkedIn and email, but with a logic that actually makes sense. So, not just spray and pray, we are talking real time triggers, smart decision trees, AI validation, and dynamic email and LinkedIn sequences that adapt to who are you reaching out to. So, uh, before we dive into the full workflow, let me introduce myself. I'm Vlasti, founder of Leadspicker, a go-to-market platform that helps you cover the entire outreach stack from lead sourcing to enrichment with AI, all the way to smart trigger-based outreach across email and LinkedIn. Where we really shine is in building dynamics, complex workflows, not the kind that just sit in one spreadsheet for the massive spray and pray blast, but for flows which are running continuously every day in the background, waiting for the right time, for the right trigger, and then springing into action at the perfect moment. Because when a trigger happens, enrichment kicks in instantly and relevant message goes out when the time is right. And we believe timing is the most important part in lead gen nowadays. So now, why we are showing this webinar with how we connect with Clay is that a lot of our users are at the same time Clay power users. So, which means they are very skilled people who build amazing setups, but they don't want to juggle, 15 interconnected data tables or create over complex decision trees in Clays. They just want to have all the noise being cleaned upfront, so they get a clean lead, clean trigger right into Clay. Then we have another group, let's say less technical users who don't really use the full potential of Clay, unfortunately, and it end up that they're using it just a spreadsheet with enrichment and AI columns. So that's also our type of users, and who actually at some point they realize that they use Clay, they pay for Clay, and also they pay for 5 other tools for outreach, email, LinkedIn. So we help them consolidate and make it actually work. Now let's get into the good stuff. Let's get into the actual workflow. So let me share the screen with you. Here we go. Like this. All right. Yeah. So, this is us. We combine multiple sources because nowadays in lead gen, you need to be not only technical, but also creative. And for this, you need a lot of sources. We do a lot of webinars and different, content using N8N, Apify, our big friend, and as well we're using Clay. Today we are focusing on Clay, and we will show you how to run an automation that every day looks for posts like these ones, for example. Yeah. By the way, congrats Clay on $100 million raised. Amazing. Today we'll show you how to run a workflow which will be monitoring, all the posts out there mentioning specific keyword, and today we focus on keywords from the venture capital and private equity, which also is my background. Uh, I've seen many workflows and use cases doing this, but I never really seen anybody who was able to run this every day, but for like thousands of people, not 5, 10, 20, but thousands. I believe this is the big differentiator. So today I'll show you how we can go and scrape like thousands of leads, so you get as output this nice beautiful table where you have everything, including the content of the post URL, everything. So you can use it later for outreach. We will also be using this specific prompt that I prepared, which will analyze the post content. So, for example, this content, yeah, and it will look for different triggers like sale, acquisition, merges, investment or capital activity, partnerships, collaborations, business growth, and others. And it will be deciding yes or no if this is a trigger, if this is the right time to actually reach out to those people. We'll show you how you can get everything into Clay. So for those of you who have already your setup with your, Smartly, Instantly, HeyReach, Lemlist, anything, so you can just plug it in and it's really easy to consume and just get everything cleaned and you get just clean lead into Clay. For those who have troubles to connect email outreach, LinkedIn outreach, make sure everything's getting blacklisted, and at the same time, it is deciding, okay, who should get what message based on what content and different decision trees. I'll show you how you can do this with Leadspicker, starting from very simple sequences with different AI conditions like, is this really my primary ICP? Or are we already connected on LinkedIn? If not, we should try email. If yes, should we try to connect first or email, really anything? Or even more advanced ones like this one, where you can really chain a lot different options and rules. Uh, yeah, as I mentioned, we can make any condition with AI. So really, it can be like, yeah, look at the website. If there is this, then it's going into this, decision tree. If there's something else, it's going the other way around. Very popular for different AI SDRs that are actually they're actually integrating our tech stack. Good. So let's get into this. So the first thing in our workflow. So let me open this. So firstly, we need to start with the lead source. There are multiple ways how to do it. There are some people who already might have their lead list that they want to monitor. Ideally, something like this. Then let me actually hide email. So ideally, all we need is the LinkedIn profiles, personal LinkedIn profile URLs. This is what we need. If you don't have this, you can actually use Leadspicker to scrape data from Sales Navigator and prepare your lead list very simply by using a robot. So yeah, you can take basically anything from Sales Navigator and prepare leads like this. There's a lot of content on the internet how to do this. I'll actually skip because I believe, the audience that understands what's Clay is able to get their lead list. Sometimes you have only, for those who want to know how to do it, we have Leadspicker, this is Leadspicker. So then here we have different robots. Demo, Clay webinar. So you can scrape it with this robot It's called LinkedIn People Search. It's very simple. You can include the link into this field and a few more settings, and it scrapes you everything. So let's do CEOs. Yeah, CEOs. Yeah, that's very simple search. Yeah. So we can scrape it like this. Here you can decide if you want to scrape everyone or just clean the noise. If you want to, if you filter industries already in Sales Navigator, then it's fine. You can scrape all of them, and you can decide if you want to scrape it just once or more often. And for some options where you want to scrape like your first level degree connections, then you can connect your LinkedIn account so we can see who actually is your first level connection. If you hit create robot, then you'll get a nice, beautiful list, which which basically can look like this, for example. So you get leads like this. There are some people who already might have the companies, but maybe they don't have LinkedIn profiles. Maybe they don't have the specific people, only companies. For those people, you can use our other robot. You can use, I'll show you different robot. You can use this people from companies robot, where you can just copy paste whatever you have, company names, ideally websites or LinkedIn profiles, because that's a unique identifier. If you don't have this, it works even with company names, but there might be some false positives because a company name is not unique, or you can upload list. Here you can decide where the people should be located, who are the people you want to get. Like I want to get only the founders or the managing directors or head of sales, and how many people out of the company you want to find. And what Leadspicker is doing then to prepare the list for you is that it actually goes, it actually goes and researches any company on LinkedIn, like this. It goes into the section people, like here, and it looks for the most relevant people. I mean, people with the most relevant job title compared to what you described here. So if you hit the robot, it runs for a while, and then you get the lead list. So this is how you can get your lead list in a nutshell. So once you have your lead list, I have it here in spreadsheets because this might be more familiar for you. Then what you can do is you can set up a monitoring robot and set this up so it runs every day for like thousands of rows. How to do it? It's very simple. So you just copy, you just copy paste. I have 217 here. Then I have another, how many? 847. Yeah, and another, more. So in total, it should be more than, 1,000 rows. And you just copy paste them, and you go again to Leadspicker, where you can choose this robot. We'll go for the LinkedIn post tracker. I will choose the option that I'm interested in posts shared by specific accounts, like this. And here you can either include one link or you can just copy paste all of them like this. So as you see now, here you can have, really thousands of profiles that we want to monitor. So now, not every post is relevant. There are two options how to clean them. If you want really, really, really clean data, you can describe already here what the post should be about. Like in this case, I want to have only posts about received investment, like this. This is basically the way how it works, is that there is a meta prompt on the backend, which is taking into consideration the content of the post. The content of the post, like this one, for example. and it reads the text and ask, okay, use the input from the post and decide if this meets the criteria or what the user asks. So in this case, I ask that this post needs to be about receiving investment. If it's not, then it gets skipped. If yes, then it gets into the workflow. If you want to scrape just everything to keep the transparency, you can keep everything. And also you can already here decide who the author should be, or even if you want to get also the people who liked or commented, you can already at this step, you can define like, I want only, only C-level people, or I want only salespeople, marketing people. So it can clean the noise before you get everything into your clay table. It's very helpful. Many people do this. So for this use case, we will just scrape everyone. And there's few more settings. When the post should be published. So basically, you can decide how deep into the history go. If you want to scrape only authors, or if you want to also get the likers, commenters. In my case, I don't want the people who liked or commented. I want only the authors. And yeah, you can decide how many posts per one run you want to scrape. So up to 2,500 posts per one robot per one day. Also, you can set up that this repeats every day, or you can do really anything custom with our cron. So let's do every day. Here, there are different use cases. Sometimes you want, like in this case, you want just everything. So whenever, every time this person posts something and it has trigger, then I want to have this in my clay table. Sometimes you just want to deduplicate all the people, so you are not reaching out to the same person every time they post. So there are different use cases. When you are done with the setup, you can just click on create robot, and then it basically runs. So I already prepared this setup before before the webinar, so we don't need to sit here and wait until it visits, or until it gets the post from all 1,000 posts. So I can show you how it looks when the robot is done. Like in this case, you see again a list of many posts. I wanted to scribe anything that has been not older than 1 month. And yeah, a robot scrape 1,381 unique posts, and it identify 103 relevant posts. So the output of this can look like this one. If I do full screen, so this is where the data are. So as you can see, there is everything: name, LinkedIn. You can also get email if you click on enrich emails. So and we run our waterfall enrichment, but you can do it in clay as well. You have everything nicely enriched with the websites, LinkedIn profiles, really everything. And maybe I can actually show you this one. And in this project, yeah, this one, we even have, yeah, that's fine that we have duplicate. It's fine. We have same people from the company. So here, I already, before sending it to Clay, I even got, yeah, so we have the post text. I even enriched all the company descriptions, company size. I also enriched the, I send the robot to website to summarize the text. I also, yeah, scraped the LinkedIn about me. I summarized all the present positions, and which is quite unique, I used our magic column here to check if we are already connected or no, which is here. First little, yeah, it's already used. First degree connection, yeah, so it's already used. That's why it looks like this. So as for the setup, basically that's it. You set up the robot here, and then you can set up that every new row that the robot creates gets enriched already here. So you can spare some credits before it goes to Clay, and then as export you can choose webhook. So now if you are in Clay, I'll show you. To receive this, you need to set up a webhook. So I believe all of you know how to do it. If not, I'll quickly show you. Webhook like this. Yeah, so for a new table, you can basically copy, this URL from here. I hope you can see it. And in the Leadspicker, you can put the webhook here and click export. I'll do it like this. And whenever there is a new row, it gets into your Clay table. So the robot starts every day, goes through post. If it finds trigger, it goes into the data table. In the data table, we enrich, anything from LinkedIn, from website. We can even send agent with AI, with web search. To summarize with AI whatever you want to research, and then you get output here into Clay. And one thing that you should not forget is to map your columns. So if you click on the received webhook and you go into person data, then you can decide what columns you want. Like I believe the LinkedIn URL is useful, also the URL of the post, text of the post is useful, right? Maybe the company name is useful, the headline, really anything, company website. Yeah, let's do it like, you know how this works. So you can really get anything. The description from post, or if you are already connected or not, like this. All right, so let's get back into my previous table where I have everything: name, last name, experience, really anything. What is the author type? It could be company, it could be person, size, really anything. Really anything. So and now what you can do is that either you already got lead with the trigger with the post that is already relevant, or you need to use like prompt like this, like in this case, in Clay to generate answers. So in Clay, it's pretty simple. You can use any model that is available there and run it for every row. If you want to spare some credits, I'll show you how you can do it with Leadspicker, because we don't charge credits. We have just a fixed subscription. So let me show you. I'll run AI column. Okay, we don't have all the large language models available. We don't have 80 different data providers, but in this case, we're using GPT 4.1, which we believe for this use case is actually the best fit compared to price, and we don't charge credits because we really want to make sure that people are using it to classify and reach out only at the right time for the right people. So if you do it already here before it hits gray, you can save all the credits because we don't charge credits. So let's call it relevant trigger or trigger identified, like this. Let's now you turn on this as an AI condition, because if the trigger is not identified, then we don't want to contact anybody. Let's copy the prompt here. So the prompt is that we are evaluating the post for different keywords and themes of interest, like M&A activity, investment or capital activity, partnerships or collaborations, portfolio reference, business milestones, business growth, things like this. This is for customer who's providing service related into that segment. We want AI to answer yes or no, because anything that gets yes will be used in the sequence. Anything that gets no is skipped. And now we will insert our post here. So for this, we just need to map the right field. The right field is the post text. And let's test it out before we launch it for like thousands of rows. And yeah, it's giving us the right form of answer, like yes, no, yes, no. So I know that it seems to, the prompt seems to work. So let's run it for all the rows. So here we go. So it's actually pretty quick. So usually it takes like a couple of seconds, and you get the answer like yes, no, yes, no. And you don't need to go manually through different posts. And yeah, here we go. Yes, no, yes, no, 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 yes, no, no, yes, no. All right, and that's great, because we are not going to contact the people where the trigger was not identified. We are going to message only people with the trigger. And then how we are going to do it? As I mentioned, if you send it to Clay, then you can use your setup. So if you're using SmartLead, SendGrid, they are great. I think they are the best for email outreach if you're really advanced. And if you do high quantity. For LinkedIn, people use HeyReach. I believe is one of the best solutions on the market. But if you want to use combination of email and LinkedIn that blacklists everything, and you want to use it not for spray and pray, but for dynamic messaging with the different AI conditions, then you can use our sequencer Leadspicker, which I believe is one of the most, definitely one of the most, maybe the most advanced that I have seen on the market, because you don't need to combine different APIs to blacklist things. You can just click it here. So for our project, I'll show you how to do it. So we started with the robot that makes contacts, and now we go into the sequence. In the sequence, let's start with first step, and this is already the differentiator, because the first step is I want to check if this person, if in the post for this person has been identified trigger. Yes, no. So if no, then we don't contact them. It's not the right time. If yes, then let's start with the sequence. So I personally prefer to check if we are already connected on LinkedIn or not. So let's do it like this. So connected on LinkedIn, yes, no. And then if yes, then I prefer sending the message. Yeah. Hi. First name. You know how this works. With the AI columns, you can personalize the entire message. All right. Yeah, we don't have, apparently we don't have first names in all the rows. That's fine, because it was skipped. If we are not connected on LinkedIn, then let's send connection request first. So let's say LinkedIn Connect. Yeah, the blank connection request works the best. All right. And then wait if they accept this connection request. So maybe let's wait for how long? Let's wait. How many? Yeah, let's try like 4 days. And then if they don't connect, then let's hit them. If they connect, let's hit them. Sorry. If they don't connect, let's try email. Hi, first name again. All right. Yeah, what is this? Fixed variables. So let me see. So we might be missing first name in some row. Right. Yeah, okay, yeah, but duplicities are actually fine because we wanted to yeah, there are people posting about yeah, we don't want to duplicate. That's fine. So email, then we can also wait, like 1 day or more, 3 days, like this, and we can try maybe in a mail, because hi, let's try in mail. Okay, and then and you can go so on. If they connected, then let's try LinkedIn message again. Hi. Things like this. So this is great, because here you can combine really anything. If you get reply on any of the channels, email, LinkedIn, it gets stopped. Also, people are doing some really crazy sequences with our action steps. So they're using webhooks and, for example, sending the context from the data table, what was the post about, everything, into VoiceBot, and they just call the people. I don't believe the market's ready yet for voice agents in outbound, but yeah, I just want to show you that you can really try anything. All right. The best thing here is that you can connect as many, I don't have any email connected yet here. I have one LinkedIn, so you can connect as many emails as you want, and you can set up basically anything. Also, you can let AI answer all the answers, and in our inbox you see all the answers from email and from LinkedIn. So maybe let me quickly relog to some other account so I can show you how you can connect basically unlimited amount of LinkedIn's and emails, and split them into different teams. So let me try it here. So I'm quickly login into different account. Yeah, so here we go. All right, so if you go to outreach accounts, as you can see, you can connect as many emails as you want. So we support everything that you know from the best email outreach tools, like rotation, checking health, for deliverability, and really everything. And for LinkedIn accounts, you can also connect as many LinkedIn accounts as you want. It's pretty simple. You can connect it with extension or virtual browser, and you get all the replies into our inbox. Also, but again, if you have your setup in Clay, then you can connect everything into Clay, but we have also integrations to other tools like CRM systems. So if you want, you can easily turn on any automation, any integration, like maybe Pipedrive, or Salesforce. So with Pipedrive, you can just choose the frequency, whenever there is a new row in the project, really anything, you can decide, which project you want to sync with your CRM. Let's do something like this. And then, for example, whenever somebody replies, it just directs you to all out of the CRM system. You authorize, and then it gets synced. So whenever you get reply, or whenever there is new row, you get it in your CRM system. So everything is consolidated, and it's super simple for people who don't know or don't want to, use and pay for too many tools, or for people who are just not that technical. So I definitely recommend to check this out. So in a nutshell, this workflow is great for people who don't like to spray and pray. It's great for people who prefer to wait for the right moment before we actually reach out. Also, we can use the content of the post to decide, if we should reach out, what we should say, what should be in the message. It's really powerful. And the best thing is that you set this up once, or we can help you, and it runs every day. For the advanced class users, what you will really appreciate is that you don't need to create multiple clay tools. All the noise gets cleaned, and it's basically like very complex, dynamic clay playbook over API over webhook. So everything gets cleaned, enriched, and you get it right into your clay table. So it's plug and play, no need to change anything. For those people who are maybe not that advanced and they are using the clay only as a spreadsheet with AI fields and LinkedIn enrichment columns, and they pay for additional LinkedIn outreach tools, email outreach tools, CRM integration, everything, then I believe we have some value for them, and we can help you to set everything up. So for today, that's it from my side. I hope you like this workflow. I believe it's very powerful. So let me know what you think, and let me know what other powerful workflow you would like to see. Because we run these webinars every 2 weeks usually, very often with some partners. So let me know what you would like to see, or what industry are you in, and I'll be happy to build something really cool around that. So that's it. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you next time. Bye.